Okay. Some of the settings continue to be fiddly, but we're here. Hello, Tess. Well, given the mall in this game, I don't think we want to remember malls. Though, of what I recall of late-stage mall ecosystems, this mall is not far off. Fewer bodies, fewer bloodstains. Hey, Tibbs. Welcome. Hopefully things keep going. There was a false start on the Twitch side because of this, but it's going well enough. Spine's been acting up lately, but that is a perpetual state of being. Been playing a lot of Pal World. A whole lot of Pal World. I'm essentially a presence on Okami's streams, even if I can't stream myself. might play some of that myself later. If it's possible, if our stream remains steady, I might just have a bit of an ad hoc stream for that, because I've been doing that a lot. But we got to play puzzles today. Yes, it's a game called Desktop Explorer. It's one of the let's call it a creepypasta inside of a game. It centers around a program called Desktop Explorer on our uncle's PC that he shared with at least his adopted daughter. And over the course of this, we've been kind of uncovering more details about his life and now into hers. And the Desktop Explorer program is ticking a lot of the creepypasta boxes, the, Sonic.exe kind of I found a haunted game cartridge stuff. We'll see how it goes, but it is okay, we are going to switch over to its sound here. It can be a little bit loud, but green thing walking pet store. I know there was Pet Scop, which is one of the classics in that genre of, weird game that people are trying to get an idea of what it's supposed to be about, with sinister overtones. All right. Yes. Okay, we don't need that. We can... Okay. Things and stuff. What are we even doing? Okay, we need to solve the wormhole game thing. We have the magic 8-ball that the person said that they were going to consult to figure out the color modifiers on the score. The 8-ball just gave us the classic yes, no, maybe, try again later, associated with colors, though. So if we can get... if we can connect that to the markers in some way, maybe we can figure that out. So this is a painting with a 3x3 grid of TVs with symbols on them. There is a 3x3 grid of TVs in front of the video store that has images of enemies from a game that was being marketed at the time. One of the daughter's friends was trying to ascertain the scoring system. So these would correspond to numbers. We could then take that, and where is that hiding? We could convert it to this, which would let us open the hatch behind this painting. This painting being this painting. We have pink or purple, and that is most likely that it listed, but because that could imply something like that green and pink are 0 and 3 respectively, but we need the other ones to line that up. It would imply that pink is, its multiplier is 1, and that green's is 0. But we don't have a connection between the 8-ball and this yet. It is possible that we have another conversation with one of her friends to unlock. We go to, let's make sure we're not missing something on Game Bagels. Yeah. So the pink one is 3, but they saw other scores that didn't make sense. I'll ask my magic 8-ball because the game's not out yet. Let's see, the 8-ball... As is tradition, I should have just gone left slightly. So we got the 8-ball from that box in the back. Here. Correct. The colors are a modifier. So pink triangle is 3, which lines up with their score that they listed. Pink triangle is 3, which implies pink's multiplier is 1. But a green triangle being 0 implies that its multiplier is 0. But we need to correlate that in some way to the 8-ball. Yeah, it could be a multiplier or an addition, with pink being 0 and green being -3. But you know, we shake the 8-ball and we get a color word combo. There was some indicator of what if. Is there something in Hazel's room that might connect this for us? Various game emblems. Dummy code. Okay, nothing referencing the 8-ball. Yeah, the colors are always the same. So there's got to be another trigger for a chat or something like that. Is there something more we can see in here that might lead us in that direction? Red balloon, computer watching, the colors spilling down. This would imply this is how we get the other colors in the paint program. Because if we look at Sketchy, the whole right side of the color palette is like the color leaked out of the squares. We can't use them. And if we look at the palette here, we can see the hot pink, the kind of, I don't know, peach color, brown, that kind of thing. It's those colors leaking out of the bottom of the painting. So that'll probably get us those back, which would let us do the wiring. This one has the symbol that I would have assumed has the color filter be something that we could use, because it is the same kind of moon emblem as the yellow, but we got nothing. Yellow and red are scribbled. Yellow and red would give us all of them except blue. So that's where we currently are, is trying to puzzle through that. Haha. There was anything else in the closet here. This is the puzzle we can't get through. Could be, but pretty much all of the puzzles eventually boil down to enter a password, like a sequence of numbers or an answer kind of stuff. So we'll always be effectively posed with a question. COL. So these are there's the pale pink. We've got a purple. We've got a green. We don't have this sort of mustard. And we don't have this teal. No worries. That's kind of the stage we're at, Tibbs. Just thinking out loud, you know? Gotta work through it. We were already asked about the videos. Do I still have those in my inventory? I do not. Okay. The videos have been purged. We're done with those. Yes. It's the paintings have, like, locked panels behind each of them. This is the first one that we have a clue as to what the numbers would be. we don't have markers for anything else that would tell us what the numbers might be. So, cat. This got us the cards. I do appreciate that that effectively it says, no, you're done with that one. Right. This is our intro to this area. We got one of the photos that we're building up of the events that seem to have taken place in or around the art studio. Thing in there. Yes. Once we can associate a number here, we can start to try to at least extrapolate what those scores are. It would at least give us an idea of what to do. If we get green and purple, which I presume is meant to be pink, but if we can at least get green, we can get an idea of how the multipliers work and start to apply that to the others. Because all we know right now is number of corners is the base. Let's verify 8-ball. Because there's this little bit at the start, at the top, that looks like a 3D image. Thought I checked this, but... Blue lens. It is a plus minus. One and then... Okay, I'm betting next one is 0. Yes. Okay, purple is pink. Okay. Now we've got our... Apparently the blue filter worked. I'm not sure. Oh, I know why. These symbols up here, that the sides of it, that's the water symbol. That's the blue symbol. Here. Blue filter. You see how in the upper left corner that glows now? Sneaky, sneaky. I've been trying, Key. I've been trying because I don't know if it's gonna work until like last minute. I almost bailed today because it tanked before starting. We're still relatively stable right now. But it been going wrong. One, 6, 3, 5, 7, 4. Okay, that last one's a bit of a fake. This middle one's a bit of a fake out. So, are we being presented with a hexagon or are we being presented with a cube? Because it's presenting 1 to 2 extra corners. So this one is going to be 7, 8, or 9. And then 2. The yellow one at the bottom, we're counting corners. If it is if it's a cube, we should have 9 corners. I'm sorry, 8 corners. Oh. Let me see where the problem is. Let's see. Ugh. Okay. We're going to periodically get spikes of bad here, it would seem. Okay, let's go with that for this bit here. Yeah, we had a 1 and 3 drop there, Tibbs. Not good. Okay, this... Oh, no, we need to look at... Okay, so that one would be... here. So we're going to say easel... that looks like 8. We're going to say 9. And then 6. Let's try it. It was considering it as a cube. Okay. I think this one... Well, if you need to sleep, you should sleep, Tibbs. Make the right choices. Beverage. Yeah, it's this one. So let's get those. Oh, thanks. Hopefully, Tibbs, have a good sleep. Oh, let's see, 7. 2. Okay. Okay, so there might be some commentary in this image here. So we have a person in blue shirt at an old computer with a dark eye looking out of the computer. The person's head is replaced with a balloon. Is this somebody views the person at this computer as stupid? Yeah. And is that meant to be Uncle Hal or someone else? And again, there's always the uncertainty is Desktop Explorer pointing some of this at us? The end of the first set implies it was aimed at Uncle Hal. And 5 and 4. Yeah. There's our paints. Sketchy addon.exe. And it purged all of the other images. Okay, here's another piece of that overall painting. Spelling colors, decompressing tones, decoding hex values, adjusting brush strokes. Take a look at Sketchy and its color palette again. They remind me of a certain set of jumbled cables. Yeah, I know. You can just go back in the corner. New chat log from Femur. Oh. Okay. I mean, they've been like, something sinister went down here, but we don't know what kind of vibe until now. And now it's just like, hey, here's a corpse-shaped garbage bag in the locker. Our killer is becoming increasingly less subtle. Lifeless body. By now, you know blood has stories to tell. Every instinct urges you to run away as a lifeless body falls to the floor in front of you. Was it always here? Escaping comes natural to you. You get ready to flee. However, for once in your life, you stop and think about what it is that you're running from. Who are these victims? How did you end up in the middle of so much suffering? If you don't do anything, when will it ever stop? If you run away in ignorance, when will you stop doing so? When will you finally take action? Okay, I don't see any comments in the file. Okay, we have another diary entry. It's been 2 months since Mom left. I still don't get it. Weren't we supposed to get through this together, the two of us? I mean, Hal has always been kind to me, but I can't see myself moving in with Mom and him. Why is he involved in this? So this is her adoptive uncle who moved in to pick up the slack when his brother, her adoptive father, died horribly in a fire. And we're finding out more about their dynamic. We know eventually she leaves home. It's unclear if it's a ran away. It seems more like a I moved out and either went to college or otherwise, left their lives. Why is he involved in this? Complimenting my last painting and pushing Mom to consider my career as an artist is one thing, but I even heard him telling Mom that he's overheard how often Dad raised his voice against me. Okay. Okay, so him getting involved with the family is and with her adoptive mother, supposedly adoptive, that might have happened at a different time, is happening before his death. And we know from the prior one that there is that, us as a proxy for Hal interacting with Desktop Explorer were forced to admit, or forced to say, that there was something we could have done to save his brother's life. That we didn't do everything we could have. Okay. We have a new wrinkle. He shouldn't be talking about that in the first place. I don't understand how Dad doesn't react at all. He hasn't cried or anything, not even once. All right. So we need to draw matching colored lines between each of these without touching without touching another one. So we're just going to kind of wing it initially. This is going to be extra fiddly. Almost. Ah. Yeah. Pal World should work, Kathy. What I may do is I may have some subsequent streams of that, either starting after this one or on coming days. It's that my internet connection has been flaky. We did get Palworld working after the stream attempt. It was unfortunate that everything fell apart on the stream, but it is working now. I will have much to show off to catch anybody up that is interested. Okay, revived the elevator. But for now, for the immediate future, creepy puzzle game. But also welcome, Kathy. Welcome back. We're going to the second floor before talking with Femur for no other new chronologue. You've been breezing through all puzzles. You know what? Why not write about it in your journal? Well, I'm glad, Kathy. I'm glad. We try for a chill environment. There is the implication, at the very least, that Desktop Explorer interacts with this program. There's at least 1 or 2 journal entries that have the writer addressing the program, like addressing Desktop Explorer. One of Max's is effectively, I'm done with you. I'm going to uninstall you, and I'm going to stuff the install file somewhere hidden, which creates the impression that you can't get rid of the installer, but you can conceal it. Everything Max writes feels so lonely. So this is her uncle and I think his brother's wife. I can't believe Uncle Hal and Layla had plans for the 3 of them to live together. Yeah, it went from he stepped in a tragedy, and it's starting to change it from that to he may have been involved in his brother's removal. But I suspect we'll find out more, and there's also the administrator account that we haven't been able to look at yet. I guess it could have made sense if Maxine's parents were getting a divorce, but I can't imagine the stress she must have been feeling. I guess if Max ended up resenting both of them, that could be the reason why Max never contacted Hal or her own mom. Uncle Hal used to talk a lot about a daughter's relationship with her father and how some mothers could even act jealous around them. Was he talking from experience then? What pains me the most is that the more I play through her puzzles, the more I can tell that Desktop Explorer knows she's been asking for help. She doesn't fit in with friend groups, nobody cares about her art, and her family is broken. At least I can relate to that last one. We are also playing in the POV of her being I think she is also a daughter of the dead brother, but she might be a daughter of... I can't remember exactly the relation, but she refers to him as uncle, and we only know of the one brother, so that implies that her father died too. I believe that Maxine was supposed to be adopted, but I don't know the timeline of that. People can just be like fish sometimes, eyes wide open, but no ears to listen. I miss Uncle Hal so much. You've unlocked Mall Floor 2. Okay, before we look at that, we're going to go talk to Femur. Or we're going to see what the conversation with Femur was back when this happened. These are all chat logs. These are not... We are playing in offline mode of this little Animal Crossing, you know, Neopets Club Penguin mashup. Hey, Maxine, just checking in. Today you were gonna have the talk with your pops, right? Oof. That sucked, Joe. What happened? No matter how I approach the subject, my dad always goes back to talking about wasting my potential and that there's no way his daughter would embarrass him like that. Oof. So this is not overprotective. This is, you would bring shame on this family vibes to it. That's way too harsh, Maxine. What does your mom say about this stuff anyway? Dude, she isn't even home most of the time lately. She keeps hanging out with this really nice guy, but I don't know, something's fishy, you know? Haha, fishy. He's a fisherman. So this is likely referring to Hal. But do you think your mom is planning on leaving your dad? I don't know, Joe. But everything lately is just so weird. My dad keeps staring at me when I'm using the computer. He doesn't leave his studio for hours, and I don't know. I'm just so alone most of the time. Okay, so this is some extra weirdness with his behavior. You know, Maxine, all of this would go away if you would buy that ticket. Joe, we've talked about this. There is no way I'm leaving school to seek asylum with you. You don't even live with your parents, dude. I don't understand why that is so wrong, Maxine. You would have so much more time to focus on your art. And I don't know how old she is supposed to be in this period, but there's some luring vibes to this. I could find a part-time job to help you with the CMAA admission process. Joe, please don't press it. It's kind of weird you do all this stuff when we only met online. Yeah. There's some unsettling vibes here. Okay, Maxine, sorry, but the offer will stand either way, okay? I won't mention it again. Thank you. I mean, at least she is aware that it's like, well, that doesn't seem right. We don't have a new pathway that we could take in the creepy maze room, so... I guess late warning, but this game does get kind of heavy as far as what it's getting into. This is both like learning about a unhealthy family dynamic in some fashion, but also the details of it and how the Desktop Explorer program almost attacks the mental state of the people using it. Can be a bit grim. Like the end of the Uncle Hal sequence was harsh and gruesome at moments. Let's see. We have flyers going from the Cabinet Arcade. Cabinet. Goth topic. References to a vending machine. An abandoned vending machine surrounded by a trail of candy wrappers. You could buy something if you had money, The mall's fountain might have loose change in its depths. So, now as I'm reading this, but if we will look slightly to the right, potentially someone had a bad day. Oh, this is a happy place. Saturno Photo Studio. And that is our character with a monocle over their eye and something in the shadows around the corner. Spray cans. A mural on a wall. The spray cans on the floor suggest that anyone is free to contribute to the piece. We don't have an indicator of a particular symbol. You know that yellow previously led to Eye of Horus, so... Okay, nothing yet. Coming soon. Okay, well, now I need the lens. Water symbol. Oh, that's cool. Can I walk through it without it? Haha, I can. Neat. Okay, this crying picture is of the girl that was on the Apple movie, the Apple spring or summer or winter or whatever, that showed a scene of happy family, then estranged parents, and then crying girl. Unclear, Silent. It's unclear if this is the father is still involved in some fashion, if it's entirely the actions of Desktop Explorer. Did Desktop Explorer interact with the father as well? Maybe the father is the admin? Okay, well, smiley face drawn in blood is... I don't know. That's actually a really concerning thing to encounter. Like, you know, bloody handprint, that's one thing. You know, a dying message or a threat scrawled in blood, that's another thing. But a smiley face... I mean, I feel like that's more turn and run than the others. Color palette, paintbrushes, a guitar, and camera. Well, that is the same... I mean, that kind of Polaroid camera would not be uncommon to be the same thing that others might have, but that is the same one that was in the blood pool at the start of the mall area. That is a generic paint palette, but that was in the painting image that had the, you know, Uncle Hal as fisherman in the background with a line connected to the palette. I didn't know if anybody is supposed to be a musician in this. A face doodled with smears of blood. Its traces suggest it has a story to tell. Taking action requires facing hard facts. There are 3 cats on camera right now, by the way. We'll get back to the story in a moment here. Let's see. Okay. So that is Molly on the right. Sky is bottom left. He's the big fluffy gray and white one. And then Sky was using Ember as a pillow, who is crammed up in the upper left there. We are at maximum cats per square inch here. Oh, they're little cuties. This mall space looks as if it's under construction, but it clearly has been abandoned. Whatever this place was supposed to become, it's now mostly emptied out. A table and door is all that remains. You get the feeling that there are more rooms waiting for you beyond the threshold. Funny enough, there isn't a door that a key, code, or brute force will unlock. Being true to yourself, your own feelings, that is the path forward. So this right here, the icon, the little S, this is part of Desktop Explorer. The Desktop Explorer is kind of almost like a choose your own adventure thing, where almost like HTML files are set up in sequence and they get revealed as you unlock more folders. That's what we saw in the first one, but that same program is now interacting with another program entirely, like a completely non-OS based one. Added bonus, there is almost, I think, an indication that let me look at her. Let's see if I can close it. Close this. Now I want to check this. Yeah, Storyteller is the app that we're dealing with here. Desktop Explorer was already interacting with Storyteller. It interacts with Chronolog. Yeah, her newest journal entry. No more point in writing here, so I'll write to Desktop Explorer directly one last time. Thrown you in the trash and hidden you behind a riddle. So that program's messing with people. I don't think my dad knew how much I would use this thing, but next room with my friends. So this is, I don't think my dad knew how much I'd use the computer. Okay. All right, let's view the source code here. A portrait on the door has traces of adhesive. Okay, there are parts of the canvas glued here. Or there were things over top of this image. Well then. Oh, look. We can see it. Oh. It's really close to the doorway trigger here. So we have Minesweeper on the left. I think this is saying Feather's Edge. And we have some... this looks like it might be... This is a similar game to the wormhole one that we got the score for. I don't know if it's meant to be that an ad for the same one, but we can see blue flying saucers, a pink cube, red square. We have various plush. That doll looks like Hazel's avatar. An abandoned doll is a gateway for long-lost memories, and it has a pin right in the head. Chat log from Hazel. You have 0 tickets, the arcade's prize store. You may exchange your tickets for many rewards. Nonogram guide. I like nonograms. We've played some nonograms on stream. They are very enjoyable. Mine Sniffer. Playing requires a play card in the inventory. Okay. Yep, wormhole. This is the what that we solved the puzzle for was Wormhole 2, an unreleased sequel. Okay, we made the circuit there. Let's check the fountain here. We have these various posters with some guy's face on them on the ground here. Oh, there we go. Dull coin. Loose change folder. Don't see any markings that imply the lens. There's definitely going to be something we can do with that coin. Go talk to Hazel. No. Hey, Harry, we're official neighbors now. Oh, Max. Yep, official neighbors. By the way, you shouldn't call me by my real name on the internet. There are hackers and stuff, you know. 96 leet speak would have been pretty prevalent. Okay, hello, stranger. Totally not IRL friends. Okay, so they're describing they live near each other. It was close. Thank you, Max. Did you get home safe, by the way? It was pretty late. Yeah, dude, no worries. I walk alone at night regularly, so it's no biggie. It's pretty safe around where I live. I guess. Didn't your father used to drop you off at school? You should ask him to pick you up when we hang out late. It's complicated. He's got more important things to do. His words, not mine. Okay. You could also let me know if you need a ride. My mom gets off work pretty early, so we could drop you off. Thanks, dude. It's fine, really. Okay, just checking. Remember, we gotta go back to the arcade and reclaim the mansion of the deceased high score. It's time to stop Mr. Colton from hoarding all the high scores. At least we know he sucks at Wormhole. He always gets the same score. It's the password to the COL locker. Yeah, it almost seems on purpose. He spends more time playing than cleaning. What a janitor, huh? How does he play so much anyway? Does he hoard tokens or does he have staff privileges? That is the play card. He's got a card with unlimited credits. He must have it locked away, though. Yep. Hello, Ray. Welcome. Okay, now we go to the second floor. We go over to the arcade. We're playing creepy puzzles, Ray. As may be apparent. My score list 0321. Oh. Oh, wrong area. Do. We're doing our found footage computer game. You got arcade card. Nice. So now we can play games. Actually, let's go over to the vending machine. We got that dollar coin. Only works with an exact amount. Do. Candy wrappers actually lead all the way up to here as well. Touching that, which has to be there. Has to be one there. Can't be one in any of those. Yep. So there's one touching these, which means has to be here. These all have one, and if this... that, okay, these are all touching one, so we should be able to... Okay. It can't be here. Yeah. Okay. So there's two on this one, only one on this one. Can't be here. Okay, so it must be there. And that's open. So then that has to be true. This one can touch two. There's one more to find. If this one is touching one and this one is touching two, then this is one here. You got ticket. Nope. I am trying various buttons. Gotta be a way to fire or something, you know? Oh. Wonder if there is a... Buttons. You'd think it would be a mouse button. Read manual to learn more? No. Because it doesn't seem like it's just dodge, but let's... Stickers. Oh, yeah. Hot Wing Simulator. The buttons, all the buttons. Is it just that you dodge them? It's clicky click, but... You get points when they leave the screen. I want to get one more ticket and try something. Will it let us cheat? Well, we got a ticket when that happened, so boop. So I got this ticket. I don't know if I'm going to need this many, but I'm going to have this many. Will this work? I don't know. We're going to find out. It does. Lovely, lovely. As long as it is an image of a ticket. Manual for the vending machine. The copper box. We'll get to you in a minute. Detailing memories about a game called Nonogram. Good deal, good deal. Dad called me Lovelace in front of everyone at school today. I'm already the school's weirdo. Why does he have to make it worse? I hate that stupid nickname so much, and Mom hasn't picked me up in, like, ever. It wasn't enough that last month my birthday present was an encryption key, whatever the hell that means. Thank God for the internet, because school just, I don't know, it sucks. I still need to find my circle, I think. At least I've made a couple of roomies. So, in-person alienation, them finding at least a proxy for a friend group online. 100 tickets. Talk about exclusive. You'll be here for hours. Shan't. Harry even taught me a cool puzzle game. My dad says it's called a nonogram. I never thought I'd bond with him over anything fun. Dad even wrote a guide on a napkin for me. It was kind of cute, actually. I will write it here for future reference. In a nonogram grid, rows and columns behave the same. Squares must be painted solid based on the number of clues on the grid's left and top side. If a row or column has more than one clue, the solids must be separated by at least one blank space. Examples. More examples. And further examples. Can I... Okay, we can't. Can I select all? And now the clicking sequence of the stream, which I make 2 clicks probably about what, like 77, 78 times? Click, 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 click. I better get an achievement for doing this. Even if it's another sarcastic one, like clearing all the dirt off of the reptile aquarium or reptile thing did. Upper box installer. Sold out. Get all the prizes. Wait a second. You bought everything? Impressive. Completionist much? Wow, you were willing to click that many times? Go for it. You can now play your favorite games outside the arcade through the start menu. I was hoping it would include the one that they mentioned, the mansion one. Vending machine manual shows a grid. The vending machine manual has a burned out portion, and the warning sign there is essentially contents explosive or object explosive. Got our stickers. Okay, let's take the stickers to the chat log with Hazel. The pinned doll implies some sort of breakdown here, at least to me. It's got a kind of voodoo doll vibe to it, you know? Hey, how's it going, Max? Hey, dude, not the best, actually. You? Why? What's wrong? Do you need anything? Can I help with anything? Not really, but thanks. What's up? No, really, you know I'm always here for you. If something or someone is bothering you, please tell me about it. I'm not going to say LOL and all of that stuff if I don't need to. Largely because in this kind of text, that's a filler word. The person doesn't in any way mean laugh out loud or roll on floor laughing or any of the other ones usually. Just like or it fills space. It's a filler word. You pad it in there so there isn't a silence. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but it can almost turn into a kind of tick for you, especially once you notice it. I once had an English teacher that talked about how the word like was her filler word. Pretty much just like, and it can turn into that sort of, like, you know. Yep, and sometimes you can see that sort of thing in a person's text. Another one that you get that can make texts look really edgy or often almost like a performative depressed is ellipsis, the ... Not only can they just fill space, when it's in text, there's that added layer of a way to convey emotion. It's the whole reason they're called emoticons. Exactly that, Kathy. Exactly that. To get the tone across. That's where, your little smiley faces and whatnot. Those have a purpose. It's why they're called. That's why they're called things like emotes. Is they can convey additional information. I liked Mass Effect had a species that would say what emotion they were trying to convey. The equivalent of, / affectionate or, parentheses affectionate that people, frankly, sarcastically often use. If something or someone is bothering you, please tell me about it. Dude, it's okay. I'm fine. Okay, no worries. Anyways, I wanted to let you know I've been posting on Game Bagels. I thought you would like it since you ask me for game tips from time to time. Oh, cool. Cool, dude. Will do. And hey, Max, if it's about your family or anything, please let me know. You know I'll always be there for you. Dude, I just told you I'm fine. Stop pressing about it. No, totally. Sorry, I don't want to be pushy. I just want to help you and tell you that I'm always here. That's it. Do you have any plans for next week, by the way? Spring break is coming up soon. Okay. Let's look at the browser again and see if anything changed. It is still... This is concerning. So we have... Oh, I lost my next room password. Oh, when is my band touring? Hey, I'm putting my art in contests. Hey, I want to get better with this art program on my computer. Then, next rooms, mall. This implies Maxine encountered this same thing. Desktop Explorer effectively said that already, but this is making it explicit in the same way that Hal called out that he encountered at least the first half, if not a little more, of the puzzle that we did, but seemed to have abandoned it. Like, I'm done with this, get away from me kind of thing. But, the mall, okay, didn't find anything about that. Next rooms with Desktop Explorer. Then Pizarro, the Clippy that is associated with Desktop Explorer. Then this, and it says share. I wonder if that's, do they do anything together? And then the last thing, and remember the last thing was her effectively saying, I'm done with you, is Division Terrace Bridge. A person that seems to be going in this direction in their emotional state and having encountered this kind of stuff, looking up a bridge suddenly, that's concerning. Okay, we have no extras here. May's secret path, lost in time. Okay, so we have the vending machine manual, we have the stickers, so the stickers will let us go probably through the poster. Gonna step away for just a moment. I will be right back and we will continue. Okay, we're back. Interestingly, so mentioned this is kind of several things together. Like the little rooms look like Animal Crossing. The the way it's presented is, again, kind of your Neopets or Club Penguins kind of thing, where it just is a communal space, potentially with like little games and whatnot in it. But overall, it's effectively a social media platform with much more direct interaction, much, you effectively invite people to be in a friend circle. But interesting. Slight tangent. I noticed a thing while saying this, but so this is offline mode. So it's just us here looking through chat logs, and we have. It's supposed to be that there can be 10 or at least 5 people per floor, and I can't recall. It might have been like 10 total, but we have the frog, rainbow hair. This one doesn't really count, to my understanding. Femur, Hazel. So that's, in theory, that's like 4 people. So that number in the lower right isn't talking about the people that are in your friend group. That would imply number of people that are here. So why are there 2 in offline mode? But to the point, this is effectively a social media platform. With a lot of these, a lot of folks, when they think social media, are thinking back, Facebook, and then into Twitter and all of those things like that. But when you think about it, that type of platform has existed for a while. The thing that makes it a modern platform are the essentially the algorithms that serve it up to you. So in the ongoing adventures of self-inflicted psychic damage, what were the first things that you encountered as far as this sort of platform? Chat rooms, social, like posting forums, that kind of thing. For me, it was internet relay chat and Usenet. Like, I never really got heavily into Facebook because that was effectively after my time. But you think about it, things, YouTube, Instagram, all of these are the same kind of concepts. They're oftentimes abilities for people to sort of shout into the void of the internet. And increasingly, that void will answer. And how it answers can be part of the problems associated with those platforms. If I recall, Usenet doesn't exist anymore. For a while, it was effectively a gigantic forum that you would have kind of web addresses. So, something would get you a whole bunch of things that people had posted to that topic. Kind of like larval Reddit, and internet relay chat, effectively Twitch chat. If you're on a Twitch stream chatting in that if I think is just an internet relay chat feed or the equivalent. It's effectively, if you're there and watching, you can get the messages. Okay. Things. Okay, so we're gonna go over this way. Stickers. Lists. In the movie poster, she was crying. Nope. Okay. Happy. Okay, so the photos, the art, the guitar, and the bloody smiley face. Happy. Spiral Soft, E-Sounder. Spiral Soft. Okay, so potentially the OS. Has a fire symbol on it. So E-Sounder, M-Sounder. So there's Maxine. Who is E? Can't remember if the father was supposed to be that. Okay. Don't know that this is actually going to be grief. Why would it be wrath? Dunno. Ripped page taken from an old journal. The handwriting denotes heartfelt memories. Another journal entry, 96. Hello, this is Major Max to ground control. I don't know if I should start writing this with Dear Diary. Okay. So this is like the first encounter with it. The subsequent one is Dear Diary. If anyone else is reading this, be warned. This is private property. I can sue, you know. I think it's best if I write this for future me, so here goes. Dear Maxine, your father just gifted you this awesome computer. At first, you were weirded out because things have been rocky between you two. But you think this gift is like a peace treaty. I mean, it's his computer, after all. So, the computer that has the creepy program that gets inside your head, we know that he gave her an encryption key for her birthday, and we know that he was like watching her when she was using the computer. So was this a gift? Was this an experiment? Was this a punishment? There's also the possibility that he gave you this to become an engineer like him. But, okay, this implies E-Sounder. One, her last name is Sounder. But E would be him. I feel like we heard an implication of his name, but I don't recall. I know for a fact that there are art programs for computers too, so who's laughing now, Dad? But additionally, the marker that if he was a computer engineer for the company that made the OS, he could be involved with this program. Just something here. Fix the thing. There we go. Anyway, Mom says not to read too much into things, so I'll just enjoy being a new, cool digital artist at school. Sunglasses smiley. Suck it, Barbara. P.S. Barbara from middle school still thinks her drawing deserved first place at the talent show, even though I won and her breath still stinks. So there. Mom says to always end letters with a positive message. So here goes nothing. I hereby declare that Maxine Sounder will change the world with paint, not math. So be ready. Save the whales. Stop gay hate. Drugs are bad. Maximus out. Okay. This is further emphasis that the guy in the card is her father. A family portrait with a hole in it. An incomplete family. Doesn't it bring a tear to your eye? Additionally, to change the card from him to her, we used the fire filter. And so it's he burned to death. The image of him burning, as far as Hal recalling, was a kind of a ghoul wreathed in fire. His death in the fire and the horror of it was a big part of the temple sequence. There's so much going on. Well, doesn't it bring a tear to your eye? I guess they're kind of giving it away. But also process of elimination. Oh. I hate to be that guy, but you should look at the table again. I'm sorry to have to look at that. I'm sorry you have to look at this. There we go. Okay, we have the yellow filter now, which was the filter that first showed us things like Eye of Horus. Oh, BR. Oh. Her eyes vanish and his face appears. Under yellow. Now, if we look under blue, his glasses are there and her mouth disappears. Oh, no. That's Hal. That's Hal. Under the yellow, we get Hal, but she has no eyes. Under the blue, we have her, her father, but she has no mouth. Interesting. Okay, let's look here. So this is happy. I keep closing this. So yellow is smiling face, and blue is sad eyes. Putting on a kind of a happy mask kind of vibe. Okay, we got another photo. Oh. Okay, we have our nonogram. Or at least part of it. We don't have the rows. We have columns. Chat log with CJ. Speak to us, Froggy Boy. Oh. Did he always have, like, the green room? I probably just forgot. CJ is... I think his mom works at a salon that Maxine and her mom visit, I think. Hey, CJ, how about one of those animal fun facts? Do you like mammoths? I think they're pretty cool. Mammoths are cool. Their tusks were 15 feet long, very long. Implication being CJ's a little kid. Oh, I never knew that. Kind of scary, right? More cool than scary. You have a point there. Do you think mammoths lived happy lives? Very happy lives. Most mammoths didn't have a dad. Did you know that? No, I did not know that, CJ. Why is that? My teacher said it was because of nature. I don't know why, but most mammoth dads just abandoned the group. That sounds very sad, CJ. Why do you think they lived happy lives then? I have a mammoth at home. He's called Mr. Wooly, and he's very happy. I'm sure Mr. Wooly is very happy with you. We should all be like Mr. Wooly. Huh. So in the vending machine manual, and then in instant photos, we have something like that, but there's only 6 listed here. But it does spill over. Unclear. So we cleared out the arcade. It is a good question, Kathy. Can we touch the trash can full of... Okay, yeah. A trash can. A look inside reveals it could have a story to tell. So far, everything has influenced things in some fashion, whether it's just setting a scene, or that it has a direct impact on some subsequent clue. That poster on the wall in CJ's room was like 2 steps removed from another puzzle. Understand it all requires following tracks. Your resolve nears its limits as you reach the bottom of a trash can filled with morbid contents. Your exploration is rewarded with a barely readable, blood-stained note. Are they restock instructions for the vending machine? The vending machine next to it has an instant photograph inside, ready to be sold. You try to get it by shaking the machine, but it seems the only way to get it is to buy it fair and square. However, this task seems impossible as its price and coordinates are scratched off. A label on the machine reads, "Only coins accepted, exact amounts only." Note reads, "Attention employee, please restock the following snacks. Pizzazzers in B4, Cherry Booms in I7, Puffins in G3, Lil Goose in C8, and Napoleons in J5. But these coordinates are nowhere to be found on the vending machine. Where could they be? That is the manual in the back. So this could be like a key sequence in some fashion, but we've got to find it. Oh, the arcade one has it too. So we're looking for a 5x5 somewhere. Actually, no. Can't be a 5x5. It needs to be at least 7. And that one says at least 7. Game bagels. Yeah. Okay. So that is at least 7. A 3, a 1, and a 1 needs 7. A 1 and a 6 needs 8. So did we have... That's 10. Which we could know if we had looked over on this side. Let's see, that's also too many for it. We can see that the numbers would work. And we don't know the exact change marker. Official The Sweaters merch. Yes, I acknowledge you, Sammy. I do. Okay. Oh, no, I need to... Those markers could fit in a Minesweeper grid. Bad localization key. Oh, well, okay. That's... Those again, emotions in arcade are the next ones. Stock. Okay. Wait. Love this door. Very puzzly. Reminds me of something in your journal. Not that I've been reading it. Okay. But this grid implies... Okay, let's just run with what we've got. So we need emotions and arcade. Yeah, this implies it goes further. Because So nothing here, a 1 and a 1, a 3. Well, hello, Caramel Snow. Welcome. Thank you for the follow. Oh, tipped over to 480. Thank you for the 480th. I have a kitty on my shoulder. Let's see here. If we have we have 10 across. Do we have any foregone conclusions given that? And the answer is effectively no. Actually, no. Top rows are empty. Which means that's true. And that's true. And if this row has 3, that's true. And this row has a 3, and the 1 and the 1 can't be there, so they have to be here. If this is 1, this is 6. Let's see. 3, and a 1, and a 1. I mean, I can guess that it would be something like that, but we don't know that. But one can guess. Classic key. This puzzle is a bit longer than the others. I warn you, though, this leads up to things you might regret. Stay strong. Photos in the background, something here. Camera, we have a guy with blue gloves and a hatchet. Blue gloves being a classic, I don't want to leave fingerprints on the murder weapon. Or, you know, the Firefly gloves of blue 2x2. Is that supposed to be gray hair? Are we supposed to be looking at Hal? Red light indicates it's out of service. Bunch of scattered files. I like nonograms. They're fun. We've played some games that have nice interactions with that kind of thing. There was actually a murder mystery game, Murder by Numbers, where the find the clues were all solved little nonograms to create an image. Restraining your impulses to run away is beyond uncomfortable. Along with a lonely mannequin, blood-stained files on the desk paint a disturbing scenery. Out of all the abandoned stores, this photo laboratory unsettles you the most. The files all mention a folder named Case File. A sticky note attached to a page reads the following. I've made a lot of progress to solve this mystery. Unfortunately, I've misplaced my most crucial evidence trying to develop my camera roll. To reach the breakthrough I need, I must find a way to open the dark room. The store manager was the only one able to unlock it, though. Store manager's clothes look similar to the mannequin's costume props. Mannequin in a costume wardrobe. It's sitting ready to be dressed and photographed. Headwear. Okay, yeah. We need to get the store manager's outfit from among the costume. Manager, Mr. Saturno. Okay, we have the brown fedora, green shirt, blue tie. Shirt. Blue tie. See mugshots in there. Desk with a single folder. Different cat on shoulder now. Let's check in with the kitties real quick before we proceed with the dark room. See Mason on the bed. Sammy's on the table, getting a bit of a bath. Sherbet is on the shelf. Sky is still is on the side of the desk with Molly across from the keyboard. Ember is on my shoulder. Spect. I'm waiting for something to happen over here. Maximum creepy would be if we get, like, any movement out of the mannequin. Case.folder added in your inventory. Suspect grid. Okay, we're matching colors of clothes and such. Just one. The suspect who wore a green shirt is next to the one of these. Suspect who wore a green shirt is next to the suspect who wore the red shirt. Suspect who wore a fedora is between the suspect who wore a green shirt and the suspect who wore a wig. Okay, there seems to be a limited set of colors in props here. I don't think I ever saw what suspect number 4 was wearing. I think he might have fell to the floor before I could. I saw the suspect who wore the orange shirt getting rid of a hatchet. The victim spilled blood everywhere. It even fell on the face of the suspect who wore the blue tie. I noticed the suspect who wore the purple shirt was yelling to the suspect wearing the green shirt to stay away from the killer. Suspect who wore the green shirt couldn't listen to anything, though, you know, because of what he wore. So there's some sort of, like, headphone or something on green. Before he was punched, I saw how the suspect with the purple tie took the hatchet from the killer and threw it away. Mugshot of multiple criminal suspects. Suspect wall image is open. Let's see. Okay, this is the guy that, I think this was purple shirt. Revisit that, okay. Okay, number 3 is purple shirt, or purple tie, before he was punched. Got a bit of a shiner there. Okay, we will inevitably have to deal with all of that. There's our nonogram. Okay, I still think it's Minesweeper that we need from restock here. Documents. Documents. We're gonna try Minesweeper in the arcade. E4. Seven. Three. 8. J. The photo is 375. Get that in my inventory. Okay. We would need more change. We need at least a quarter. Don't remember seeing any more money, but because we have $1, like a dollar coin. Did I overlook something in the... There was only the one. Wait. Exchange. Size $1. Duplicate. Compress. If you compress $1, you get 25 cents. Dollar, quarter. I like it. Candies. Oh. Okay, well, I have the picture that would have told me that thing that I could infer. Womp womp. Okay, let's get that case file. Folder has the word case file written over it. Aside from transcripts of interrogations, a single handwritten note stands out. My 3 witnesses saw it all happen. They each testified while looking at the 5 suspects lined up as the corkboard shows. They all referenced how they looked at the time of the crime, but it's hard to understand what they say about which subject. I know only for sure that they are all telling the truth. I made a grid identifying each suspect's shirt, tie, and accessory worn at the scene of the crime. Once I replicate the killer's appearance with the store's mannequin, a photo should be enough to prove my point to the police. Okay. Okay. So we know purple tie is 3. Yes. And we know blue tie is 5. We are also missing one witness's testimony. Yep, blue tie has the blood on his face. One, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we know 3 is purple tie. Now let's also... Let's go look at what accessories we have here. We have fedora, guard cap, headphones, glasses, wig. And we need to take that. All right. Suspect who wore an orange shirt is next to the one he punched. So this is, we're going to say orange shirt. We don't know if it's either of these. Suspect 4 fell on the floor. Okay. Yeah, purple, blue, green. Those are the only colors. Red, orange, purple, blue, and green. I see some indication of who might have fallen to the floor. Okay. It's blue tie. Purple shirt was yelling to the suspect wearing the green shirt to stay away from the killer. That doesn't necessarily help. Green shirt. Let's... His headphones. I don't know that we can complete the picture here. If we can figure out where green shirt is, we know where red shirt is. In theory, if the manager is dressed as he was, then we know that blue tie is green shirt and fedora. But green shirt actually cannot be that guy. The 5 is blue. Blue tie. The reason that blue tie cannot be the store manager's outfit is because if that's the case, he's wearing a green shirt, and green shirt is between two people. Which means green shirt is also a possibility for this. Let's shorthand this a bit. Green shirt couldn't listen because of what he wore. So, punched gives us who was wearing purple tie. He's in the middle. Red shirt saying saw him and mistook him as the killer's accomplice doesn't currently help us. Wait. Wore the orange shirt, getting rid of the hatchet. Okay, no. Orange shirt is purple tie. No, that doesn't make sense. No, orange tie, punched, purple tie. Okay, so purple tie is orange shirt, right? Yeah, this is orange tie. This is orange shirt. Okay, okay. Shirt. So, orange tie and then green shirt. Let's see here. Red punched purple tie. Wait. It's implied that purple shirt is next to the killer. That is shouting at them, but that doesn't necessarily mean that. So red and green shirt are next to each other. It says green shirt. Red shirt is next to green shirt. Red shirt punched purple tie, and purple tie is the one that threw the hatchet away. Yes. So that would put red next to purple tie. But should also be next to red. So red would be in the middle, but green shirt needs to be between. No. Or a green shirt and the suspect who wore a wig. Okay. Red and green are next to each other. Yes. Green shirt is not wearing a fedora. Red shirt is wearing a fedora or a wig because green shirt is next to red shirt and is between fedora and wig. Never saw what suspect 4 was wearing. Okay, suspect 4 is not any of these. Okay, 4 cannot be red shirt, green shirt, or orange shirt. Or orange tie. Or fedora or wig. Okay, which means red and green are on the left. An orange tie. So this is red shirt, orange tie. No. Wait. Red is next to the one he punched. Green is between. Oh no. So we know orange tie is next to purple tie. Green has to be able to be between two people. Red punched somebody. Oh. So purple tie and orange shirt. No. Yeah, I know. Orange shirt should be the one that got punched. Yeah, purple tie was punched, took the hatchet from the killer, and threw it away. Red mistook them as the accomplice, and thus Red must have been the one to punch them. So that's orange shirt, purple tie in the middle, which puts Red next to purple tie. No. Fedora is between green and wig. Okay. Okay, so this is red. 2 is red. Red shirt. Okay. And so this has got to be green shirt, which means 2 is fedora. Then so green shirt cannot be the wig. And since we know, let's see, green shirt is wearing headphones. And since blue tie, purple tie, orange tie, we still have red and green tie unaccounted for. Okay. And if green shirt, fedora, which means this guy is wearing a wig. 3 is wearing the wig. So we have glasses and guard cap remaining. Now, normally how you'd approach this is with like a clue sheet or similar, where you would have all of the characteristics written out as like columns so that you could go in and say, you know, this can't be that, and slowly cross them off. I don't have that right now. I could, but I don't. Okay, let's see. Heard a scratching. Spec 4 isn't red shirt, green shirt, orange shirt. An orange tie, purple tie, or blue tie. So this is, so it can't be orange shirt or green shirt. This is blue or purple shirt. And It is red or green tie. And then it is guard cap or glasses. These are the remaining things. So we don't have... and this is also red or green tie. Okay, do we have anything that can tell us about red or green tie? No. Okay. Witness 2's information seems to be missing. There might be some other information here. So if purple shirt and green shirt are not the killer, tie is accounted for. There's got to be something more we can get out of this. What else? Okay, don't have a good indication from the photos. I was wondering if that could be the case, but it isn't. Adjusting spine. Ah, there we go. Okay. From a leap of logic perspective, to me, this splatter on the face doesn't look like he could have been wearing glasses. Because it is still possible, but it looks like it goes across that, and they say across his face. To me, it seems like it would have been got on his glasses or something like that. This doesn't really help, though. I feel like there's got to be another person around somewhere, like another file. Suspects, how they looked at the time of the crime, but it's hard to understand. So I feel like we need the second witness to finish this out. There was nothing about red or green tie. Adjust this for maximum consistency. Like, we could wing it, but so I think 4 is wearing glasses. If we look, that is suspect 4. Similarly, yeah. Quite line up, though. I mean, doesn't mean he was wearing the same clothing at the time of the incident. Somebody got hatcheted. But it does not help us to know just the cap. We also need the shirt. I might be reading too much into that as far as who that is. I don't know that inference will help us, you know. Any reference of... Okay, purple shirt was yelling at green to stay away from the killer. That is a reference to purple shirt, but witness 1 is the one that didn't see it. Neither of them reference blue shirt. This one references purple shirt. I don't know what this is supposed to give us an inference on. And why did he fall to the floor? I think we need witness 2. It doesn't feel like we have enough to make the final leap. There's a decent chance it's getting laggy right now, Kathy. We are periodically losing frames. It's periodically, unacceptably losing frames. We have limited ourselves down even further than I would like. I have not seen that emoji before. Don't know what we're supposed to do with this. Lines up. Muralist belongs in a museum. Oh, it actually sticks. Okay. How about... We're going to black it all out, and if this doesn't work, we'll white it all out. Because the doorways are big white portals. Interesting. Okay. Yeah. What else could we have? So we have a reference to 3 people, but we have only 2 listings. It's narrowed down a bit, but we don't know if witness 3 did not see number 4. Don't we? Witness 3 makes no references to number 4. It's number 1 says they may have fallen down before I noticed, but number 3 doesn't, or witness 3 doesn't mention that. I don't know that that's a safe inference. And white isn't a color option for the markers there. Where else might we have seen something? So we got that. We got the vending machine. Think there would be anything on the first floor again. Yeah, that is. One last photo to identify here. So it's just that picture remaining. Okay, no change in there. I don't know what the mammoth thing could have to do with anything. Oh, excuse me. Okay, all these photos vanished. All the pictures vanished. Hey there, Laura. Do we have images of anybody else that we could find? The fact that the janitors... Oh. Missed this. How you doing, Laura? Back, keep sliding down the chair. It's getting harder to talk to everyone. Hal's been really nice, and I think he understands how I feel, but apparently he's got some personal family stuff going on right now, so we haven't talked much. Mom is pretty pissed about it, but I mean, I get it. We're not his family. Mom gets super mad when I bring it up. Dad is out of the question. I haven't even been able to tell them about my boyfriend. Are the only people who care about me online? What the hell is Desktop Explorer? I shouldn't have installed it. I think someone hacked me. Dad will kill me if someone hacks his computer. I will ask my Hacksaw friends. Maybe they know how to get into Next Rooms. How it got into Next Rooms. Looks like a spooky game. In any case, I think I need to speak in code from here on out. Oh, nice. Turkey. It's the carcass. Yeah, I think the first floor is pretty much exhausted. Yep, that's the little kid. I'm reminded of the little Reddit joke post about what was it? Is the deli ham processed? I don't want it if it's processed. Ma'am, that is a brick of deli ham. It has been removed from the bone, and it has been, like, what was it? Diced up, emulsified, and extruded into a block. Wait. Most of the food we eat is processed in some way. The processed has effectively just become a boogeyman term, you know? But they put chemicals on it and in it. Chemicals! Number one seems really upset. YouTuber that I see periodically, name escapes me right now, channel name, his name is Liam, and one of the shirts he frequently wears when he's doing videos about that kind of thing is a nutrition facts about a lemon. If you were to actually put the ingredients of a lemon in there as if you would normally be required to for most food products. And it is a gigantic block of text because they include the full chemical names on it. So if it was not presented to you as this is what a lemon is, it would be the kind of thing that I'm going to walk through a supermarket and tell you how all of the food that they sell is scary and that you shouldn't buy in favor of the wildly expensive thing my company sells. If they encountered that label, they would say, oh, this is super toxic and you should never ever touch it because it'll give you super cancer. Because we have no indication of green or red tie, and we have no indication of who purple shirt would be. Yeah, the cyclospora outbreak has been a wellspring for the meme crowd. Can we tell anything? This implies purple shirt is not the killer, is one of the markers. So, well, okay, we don't need to identify everybody, actually. So blue shirt is, I'm going to say blue shirt is the killer because that's the only other shirt we have remaining. Because purple shirt... So it's a blue shirt. I mean, think about it. I mean, milk chocolate, it's, sugar is derived from a plant. Plants are good for you. Those are like fruits and vegetables and whatnot. And, You know, beans are beans. Beans like a vegetable. And then, you know, it's got milk, and milk has, you know, nutrients and whatnot, all that calcium. Clearly a health food. Okay, so we've narrowed it down to blue shirt. I think it's glasses. Because blue tie, the victim spilled blood everywhere. It even fell on the face of the suspect who wore the blue tie. That doesn't tell us that's not the killer. Because I think blue tie is not wearing glasses. I heard a good line that was effectively any food that gives you nutrients and prevents you from starving is by definition a health food. It's not about health food, it's what you're taking in and how much. Oof. So what tie? Because we've still got two ties to account for, green and red. All right, this reset to default. What did they say about it? There are no lies in it. Also, no notes in the case file. And this gives us certainty on the purple tie and the blue tie, but blue tie... Yeah, that's... Okay, we are missing something somewhere. Missing something. Like, I could take a stab at it, but that's... I don't like it. I don't like it. We're within easy brute force territory. If I'm right about the shirt. We have 2 accessories and 2 ties. If there were any other images I could use... So all of these don't show an image that I can use there. I feel like it's again, there's either another file hiding around that tells us about Witness 2. Because this doesn't align. That's the manager. I think that's meant to be kind of a red herring for this. Because we use that to get back in here, but it's not the same. It doesn't line up with the images here. Purple shirt. Do we have any idea? Meant to guess. Oh well. I feel like I'm roadblocked, so some glasses, have a blue shirt and red. There we go. Glasses I felt relatively confident of. Both because it looks like the father in the pictures, and also that I feel like them saying, like, the victim splashed blood on them is not that it got on the killer, it got on a bystander. And that bystander does, the blood splatter looks like it would have gotten on glasses. But that wasn't mentioned, and it feels like something that would have been mentioned, too. Prime.image. Oh. Monstrous. Don't feel great about that because it, like I said, it feels like I had to guess. But maybe we were meant to kind of wing it. It doesn't feel like it would be that way. Inspect. Paint. Air. Check camera. Okay. Oh. Femur. No, there are no punishments so far. It just seems like we, well, one, I just don't like to brute force things. I feel like there must have been something we missed. Oh, you there? I'm freaking out right now. Please respond. Here, Maxine, what happened? I think I hit my dad. I don't know. It all happened so fast. I wasn't thinking straight, and he just kept staring. I'm scared. Did he hit you? No, Joe. No, he didn't. I just sort of pushed him, but I can't stand this anymore. I can't stop crying, and I haven't talked with Mom or Hal in a long time. I don't know what to do. Maxine, you have to GTFO that house. I'm buying that plane ticket for you. No, Joe, it's not about that. Please, I just want to vent. Give me your full name so I can buy the ticket. Boy, this guy's so much Predator vibe. Joe, no, you said you weren't going to bring that up again. You are not going to, quote, save me from my home or whatever. Please, I'm not leaving my parents. Maxine, I don't understand you. You are clearly suffering and won't accept any help. Do you like being abused or something? What are you saying? I'm guessing it's your age or something, but this whole playing the victim is really tiring. You'll understand it one day, but it's really immature. Wow. Yeah. Femur is not good people. Immature? Dude, you of all people are calling me immature? Why don't you just shut up already? It's time for you to hear what you don't want to. Like the fact that your art actually kind of sucks, and I've been really nice to you so you don't hate yourself. Keep turning a deaf ear forever. I'm sure it'll work out. You have blocked Femur from next rooms. You won't be able to. They won't be able to see your profile or online status. To report this user, fill out a submission form on nextroom.com/support/report user. Did they do that? Nope, not previously visited. Yeah. That was full on became creeper vibes there. Because that was when an incredibly hard refusal showed up, they immediately 180'd. It feels like I should be able to slide these around, you know? But I can't have that many things open. Oh, okay. Let's look at it through the lens here. Do I see any symbol markers? Nothing overt. Nothing there. I don't think it's meant to be the same image. And up. There. So we have stripy. This, I don't see where this is in the image. This is out in front of the art studio. So we have body bag in the corner. Which puts the painting in the upper left above the body. So we have chair, body, and corner. Seen that chair anywhere? You'd think there'd be like a sliding block puzzle here. Oh, okay. Sorting changes their order. Okay. So if crime is there, we want it to be the 5th one. We're gonna use sort by name. It doesn't seem to be working. Okay, numbers seem to be coming after, so let's... E. Then... Okay. A. Just gonna extend the C there, keep it there. Then... E is that one. We are forcing it to sort by name. Arcade be H. Okay. Now magic should be F. Emotions should be G. There we go. This is how a lot of the puzzles in this work. Is you both have to mess with the files in the OS, whether that's copying them, deleting them, moving them around, that kind of thing. Look closer. You can't deny the truth forever. Okay. Now it's the father hiding something on the computer. Next room's restoring conversation with somebody. And this is probably before or after she tries to get rid of Desktop Explorer. Looks like messages backwards. We are presented with a fountain. Oh, that's neat. Our reflection. Okay, there's creepy glitchy mode. DE Demon. Desktop Explorer Demon. Hello, Maxine Sounder. Hello? Congratulations on beating DE's puzzles. I mean, some of them would have been a little more straightforward with just a text interface, but I don't remember all the console commands for messing with some of that stuff. Thanks. What was that at the end? You need to learn the truth. Truth? My dad is not a murderer. Your father designed this game to help its players. Dad made this? Who am I talking to? In some sense, you're talking with the computer. Your friends, your family, even yourself, technically. How is that possible? Every conversation, every word, every drawing, every click. You constantly leave endless records. Topical. How long has this been happening? Since you created your profile, Maximus. Then, Dad gave me this computer to spy on me. Think of it as a mirror. The computer doesn't know you, it is a reflection of you. I'm just helping you clear the picture. It is a look into the subconscious. This is BS, you know? Endless records? Let the record know this is BS. Please understand that Desktop Explorer's purpose is to help its user. The behavior of the Desktop Explorer on the Halibut account would beg to differ. The behavior of it on that account seems to be that its purpose was to mercilessly haunt somebody. Keep saying that this is supposed to help me. It's not. Give me a reason not to turn this off right now. Emmett Sounder believes that trauma exposure is the only path to greatness. Okay, that scans with its behavior, because boy, that thing was trauma exposing his brother. Okay, so Dad is trying to scare me straight. Desktop Explorer's methods differ from your father's. Please, answer the following question. Maxine Sounder, what makes you, you? The way that they have rendered the irises is concerning. It has little cannon barrels in its eyes. My feelings? You are a collection of thoughts and emotions, yes. But an individual's passions are what truly define them, their dreams. That sounds about right. So what is the problem then? Through that fact, Emmett Sounder is trying to erase Maxine Sounder. The what now? That is the reason why he created Desktop Explorer, to change you. You are not your father, nor will ever be. He will never understand that. Your purest self cannot coexist with your father. He can try to change me all he wants. We've been through this. This is not sustainable. In time, something or someone will break. After your essence has disappeared completely, what reason will Maxine Sounder have to live? Click. As years go by, you'll abandon your artistic pursuits. You'll drown your dreams to please your family. These are all of the key places that we encountered the signs of violence. You'll suppress your hatred until your body gives out. What other choice do I have? Disappear. Maxine Sounder can avoid change by being removed from her context. This is the only way to preserve her image, her true self. On the contrary, every single person involved will suffer greatly. I don't understand how every single person will suffer. Why did your mother seek comfort elsewhere? Are you and your father not enough? Why is your father angry all the time? Why does your father yell at you? Is it you that is not enough, nor will ever be? Have you ever thought about life without Maxine Sounder? Is the program trying to get her to off herself? The I looked up a bridge is becoming, I think, as ominous as I thought it was. Don't even... Why don't you just shut up already? I just want to help you. Maxine Sounder, you know what to do. It's not my fault. I hate you. I hate garble, garble, garble. Corrupted data. There's some text that is briefly legible in the overlap there. Being very brave. Go ahead, then. Yup. There's a lot of art in this game. They've got their symbolism going. Goodbye, Maxine Sounder. Escaped.folder. Another trophy. Thank you for playing. This is the end of this given account. You've always known you were running away from something, always denying the torment you felt, or what it took from you. You don't need to look around anymore. You are sure that no one is around to help. No matter how many buildings surround you, there is no place on Earth that you could use as shelter. That is all right, since you won't need anything or anyone anymore. True strength comes from within. When life overwhelms you with possibilities, your resolve will guide you towards the right decision, alone but brave till the very end. Again, ominous. So this is before she calls out that Desktop Explorer is like a problem and she tries to like hide it. Nobody knows what I'm talking about. Next room is completely filled with Desktop Explorer's puzzles and nobody else sees them or knows about them. They act as if I'm crazy. I know this is all referencing stuff from my life and is basically speaking directly to me. I'm not stupid. What is it trying to tell me? It seems I'm close to beating it, if this thing even has an end. The only one who might try it is Joe, but I don't want to meet in person to do so. Doesn't feel right. I don't know who to talk to. Maxine was pushed to her limit. Not only did she speak directly with Desktop Explorer, but was asked to think about life without her. Even the final storyteller file hints for Max to do something I don't even want to write about. In the end, I suspect Max shut off everyone from her life. The only person close enough to help her was her father, and turns out he's the one responsible for all this in the first place. It is too cruel. Even so, this means that if Desktop Explorer was made in this computer, then user admin is equal to Emmett, Maxine's father. If Maxine disappeared following Desktop Explorer's advice, then perhaps Desktop Explorer might be storing a clue of Max's whereabouts in its data. Or maybe things took a turn for the worst and Uncle Hal was looking for someone who... who isn't with us anymore. I refuse to think so. Whatever the case is, I'm determined to get to the bottom of this. Next OS user, admin access override detected. Action taken. User password permanently removed. Restored user admin access. Security warning. User access is now unprotected. Type exit to quit. Though I kind of wish I had done some things like ls-l and whatnot. So we'll be able to log in as admin next time. But that will be next time. Game has taken a turn for the heavier so far, and the mystery definitely deepened. The idea that the father has come up with what is, let's see. Oh, Twitch ate a message there. Yep. Trauma exposure computer there. But the idea that the father created a program to essentially try to brainwash her, that explains the fact that he was often looking at, like, watching her when she was using it. We know that at least one of the people... yeah, we're just wrapping up, BR. We're just wrapping up. At least one of the people in it, in Next Rooms, was a real person. It is hard to tell, like, so we know the little frog was a person. We know the rainbow-haired one, and we know that the rabbit were real people. These were people that they encountered. I think the rainbow hair, I'm not as sure about. The skeleton, Joe, they did not meet in person. Frankly, Joe's behavior could make it essentially a cat's paw of Desktop Explorer in that regard. But they're also creepy enough in their behavior that could have been a real dude on the internet. But no, it's the origins of this is, no, this is a program. It is meant to be psychologically invasive. It is meant to, like, aggressively make the person better, which the idea that Emmett dies horribly and his brother supposedly had a way to prevent it and was supposedly like, it seemed like there was either an affair or something like that going on between the uncle and the wife of Emmett. So there is definitely more to find out in this. It should be a good time. Hey there, Nya/Key. Yeah, we are just wrapping up. But good times. There's going to be more of this in the near future. We are going to get some Pal World on stream. Don't know exactly when. I may try to wire something up shortly. We'll see. Maybe tomorrow. Don't know. But a lot of the streaming is kind of ad hoc, and given that the connection has been wibbly all stream, we'll have to probably set it aside for today. But in any event, I hope you enjoyed yourself watching tonight. If you like what you saw and would like to see more, remember to like, follow, subscribe, comment. All that stuff helps the channel grow, so I'd appreciate it if you press those buttons. If you'd like to consider financially supporting the channel, you can do so through platform-specific means as well as other options. available in the link tree in my video description in bio. But with all that said, I hope the rest of your day is good, and I will see you next time.